This call is now being recorded.
Welcome to I guess we're going into week 16, the final week of Tonto's Demise. We are moving into Tonto Bowl 18, I believe we're going into. And I'm Hillbillies on PCP, only the Tonto Bowl 6 champ, not sitting here with
Matt Jetling, Tonto Bowl 1, 3, and 16 champ. And no longer in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, and you said that with such confidence, like 16, like that was like, we've been waiting for that for the past 2 years.
Yes, you have. It takes me, I'm a slow guy. It takes me a while to catch up.
All right, so officially it's 1, 3, and 16, your Sweet 16. And as Bigler pointed out, it took you 15 years to finally put together a run to get another championship.
Yeah, I like how he said 15, but he didn't include the 2 out of 3. I caught that one. If you want to help me out there, he's like, no, we're going to take these off like they never happened. 15
That's right.
years. Meanwhile, it's been, 12 years or whatever, Bigler hasn't made a run.
Ooh, ouch.
And he's never.
You had to bring that up.
Even if he made a run, he never finished. He never got to the finish line. He always fell short.
I was going to say he's definitely made a run, but yeah, he's always fallen just a tad short.
That's right. Right at the finish line, he coughs it up. It's that smoker lung. He's down on his knees, gasping for air, going, why?
Yep. All right, Deli. Well, we are now at the final week, and unfortunately, both of us are out of contention. Going into the playoffs,
yeah.
I was hoping it very well could have been, a podcast or Tonto Bowl, but it wasn't meant to be. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling disappointed greatly, sad. I know people are joyous. I'm underappreciated in this league. I should be in the ship, but I'm not. Basically, I'm trying to get my bearings and try to care about this third place game here. I know it's like money, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't care. It's over. It's ship or bust.
Yeah.
I really thought I had it. I mean, when Josh Allen rolls off 70-some points, you get a good feeling. You really get a good feeling about yourself, and then the rest of your team just craps the bed, man.
I could not believe that. Yeah, I couldn't believe he didn't crack 200 points.
And Josh Allen didn't even play. I mean, all he did was hand off the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
If he gets one more throw for 20 yards, or one more throw for 10 yards and one run for 10 yards, it's a wrap.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up because it could have happened so many different ways. I mean, Adam Thielen had a touchdown early on and then nothing after that. Devontae Adams, Robert Tonyan, the list goes on. You had so many opportunities. Yes. So don't analyze it down to one player. I mean, it's just unfortunate, and I know you're kicking yourself about Tony Pollard, but like you said, it's a late-minute decision. It's like, I probably wouldn't have done it either.
Yeah, and the only reason I thought about putting him in was because when Gags was like, oh, that was a clear defensive move, I didn't like the matchup anyway. I wanted to be like, fuck you, I'm throwing him in anyway. I'll show you a matchup. But then you saw, you saw Raheem Mostert had 5 stars next to his name, and Pollard had 1 or 2 out of the 5-star matchup. So I'm starting to think, you just got to learn how to ignore those signs in your face, telling you, buy that hot dog for 10 hot dogs for $10 instead of one hot dog for $10. It's like that one hot dog for $10 is going to be fantastic, but the 10 hot dogs is going to be crap. But you just want them because it's the 10 for 10 deal.
I completely understand. I do, and it's like this. That's why we were just talking about those projections mean nothing. You might look like you're out ahead before the game even starts, but they're just these ridiculous projections. You just have to go with what you really feel is going to help you the most.
Right. And And hey, that's why Gags is in the ship, and I'm just out here walking my dog, drinking moonshine.
No. That is not why he's in the championship. Like, that is just shit luck. He should have played Deshaun Watson. He deserves to be in the third place game for starting Trubisky. Like, that's just ridiculous. I know Watson had a couple down games, but he is so much more dynamic than Mr. Trubisky. Like, oh my God, like, that makes me so sick that he got to the Tonto Bowl with Trubisky. Ah, pissed me off.
Well, that's not, I mean, yeah, I get it. Let's be clear. It was David Montgomery that got him. The 30-some points. David Montgomery the whole year sucks. And he's like two back-to-back games of 30-some points or whatever. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
how does Gags always find the Tyler Higbee of the league, the David Montgomery of the league, and always in the playoffs, it like propels him to victory? I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
Yeah, he does. I don't know how it is either. Kind of, I don't know what he does. He's sacrificing some goat in his little garage or trying to figure out the fantasy nirvana, but somehow he does.
But for benching Deshaun Watson, he does not deserve to be in the Tonto Bowl, yet he is.
I would agree. But, I mean, I can't say. I'm not in it.
It's over. It's water under the bridge, all that BS.
It's another year where
since we're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. I said it's just another year where I'm left sitting in the bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking what it could have been.
Yep, absolutely. And I will say this, even though we're kind of trashing Gags and all of decisions, I will say this, I am fully supporting him to win this Tonto Bowl. I know he has the 3 titles going for 4, and I just do not want to see Craig get 6, so even though it hurts me to do because he beat me and then beat you, I'm still going to support Gags in the Tonto Bowl, even though I don't want to drive across the state.
I know, because you don't want Craig to win 6. That just increases his lead over us, the wide margin. If Gags gets 4, I'm thinking I could get 4 as well, another 15 years.
Yep.
But then Gags wins the back-to-back match or back-to-back championship money. So, which I don't know what it is at this point. If it's like $200 or what?
Yep.
240. I forget what it is. But.
Yeah, Craig said it's $200.
$200, yeah. But Craig wants it to get real big, like because when I think of that money, I think it's like the monopoly money that you get for passing free parking or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's like he's thinking of it like, but if it's only $200, I mean that's not too bad. But
it's a great
way it sucks. Yeah. Well, for us, everything gets sucked because no matter who wins, it's still going to be one person's going to hurt us in one way or not. Like we don't want Craig having 6 because his ego is big enough as it is. And then Gag's ego is pretty big as well. Because if he wins 4, his ego might be bigger than his balls.
Oh, that's true, and Ed can confirm that.
That's right, Ed can confirm it.
Now, it's true that his ego. It's true that his ego will grow exponentially. However, Craig will finally feel that taste of defeat at a Tonto Bowl, and he'll realize that he is human. He is not like from another planet or from another like dimension. So I really hope that Craig can kind of come back down to earth and realize that it is possible to lose a Tonto Bowl.
I believe you are correct. If he did lose this Tonto Bowl, he will feel what I can only imagine would be comparable to asking out the head cheerleader to the prom and getting turned down in front of everybody and laughed at. Because like he thinks he's indestructible once he gets to the championship game, but once you feel that slight bit of pain and rejection, it's all downhill when you got to run out of the gym during the pep rally and hide in the locker room, and think that oh my God, I'll never be good again for a girl.
I love how you bring it back to high school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
We're
I don't know if
23 we're 22 or 23 years removed from high school, but we're bringing it back to high school.
That's right. Those memories never leave, Brian.
That's true.
High school is the worst
All
thing ever
right.
invented for social people.
All right, let's get this show on the road, Detling.
All right, great. Well, you keep on talking. I'm almost.
This call is now being recorded.
Unfinished business.
Ooh, that is some angry unfinished business. Would you like to go first, Detling, or do you want me to go first?
I think I should go first here.
Go for it.
Why, thank you, Brian. Let me pull up something here. Not my hammy.
Wow.
All right, here we almost there. Okay. Nope, hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my internet to work.
Okay.
You know, it's just lagging here because my computer isn't exactly warmed up. Got an old box, you know.
Got to trade that in too.
I like it. All right, all right. Yeah, all right, there we go. Oh, week 15, you sons of bitches, you injured guys. What the hell happened? Josh Allen, you're the man. You're the fucking man. How do you score 72.2 points, 2.5 seconds, 72.25 points, you sexy fucker? I love you. You're a keeper. You're on my team for the next 2 years. Devontae Adams, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Seriously. You can't run. You get a catch. You run more than 1 yard. Anybody looking at me? Okay.
Hey,
Devontae Adams.
You can't knock. Hold on. You can't knock Devontae Adams. I know he kind of laid an
I was
egg,
just
going
going to say I'm not even mad at you.
Good.
Don't interrupt my unfinished business, Brian, or else I'm going to have some unfinished business for you. This is festive. I got a lot of problems with you, and you're going to hear about them. I'm not even mad at you, Devontae Adams. You carried this team the whole year. It's not your fault. It's Aaron Rodgers' fault. It's the Carolina Panthers' fault. They all suck. You're still great. You're still the best wide receiver in the game. Adam Thielen, what happened to you? 2 catches for 11 yards and a touchdown. 2. You only got 3 targets. Fuck Kirk Cousins. Amari Cooper, you are the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen in my life. I gave you a chance to be on my team. You didn't rise up. You have Andy Dalton. You got Dak Prescott. I don't know what anybody has to do to get you ready to play in prime time. Once again, playoffs come. You get 3 targets. I don't know what that's about. You get 2 rushes for -7 yards. You get 2. But anyway, you got 3 catches, 3 targets, 2 catches for 10 yards. What is that? Like, my dick could have done better than you against the freaking San Francisco 49ers. Terrible. Austin Eckler? Yeah, he did all right. But that plan, I don't even know what was going on. That coach, Anthony Lynn, that red-eyed, bug-eyed piece of crap. You're the star. You run the ball in. You don't give it to Kalen Ballage. Give a little scream. Herbert, shut the fuck up. Lead it. Give it to your guy, Raheem Mostert. Oh, I loved you, man. I loved you. You hurt me real bad. You hurt me real bad this year. You're out like 8 games. Then you come in. I got to deal with this shit all week. Is he play? Will he play? Won't he play? Jeff Wilson Jr.? What kind of a player is Jeff Wilson Jr. for our running back? That's not a name for a running back. He gets the 50-50. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought he was like, but he doesn't get hurt. I get those 3 points. That's the way it is. High ankle sprain or not. Sorry, Gags. You're going to say, well, it didn't happen. Yeah, it didn't happen. I'm saying if it was, it did. Anyway, Tunyon fun? I don't care. You did great, man. You did what you're supposed to do. T.Y. Hilton. What? T.Y. Hilton train decided to fall off when I had to play him? No, of course. Could have put in, who could I put in? Latavius Murray in one. I could have put in Lynn Bowden Jr. in one. Tony Pollard, I could have put in and crushed you. Gags would have lost his balls. That's how sad he would have been. Anyways, Rodrigo, you're still the man. I'm not going to buy your jersey, but you are the man. And Baltimore defense, I played it right. I played this whole damn thing right. I played Josh Allen right over Kyler Murray. It might have been 4-point difference, but still, I played it right. Baltimore over Cleveland. Everything said Cleveland versus the Giants. I said no. Baltimore versus Jacksonville with Gardner Minshew. And I was right. Listen, I don't care what you say, Craig. You're going to say I'm comfortably numb, whatever. I know that's a reference from way back when, and I'm comfortably numb, but I'm not. I know I was right. I did everything right. The only thing I didn't do right, perceivably, was the Pollard, but I bet 85% of you yahoos wouldn't have started Pollard either. So go suck a dick, every one of you fuckers, and I'll see you next year.
Wow. All right. Well, that's some cathartic, unfinished business, and I think that I hope for your sake it makes you feel a little bit better that you got it off your chest.
It does.
I mean,
don't forget that I didn't have George Kittle.
That's true. George Kittle up the middle is still on the IR.
Right.
But I agree. You made the right calls, and like the fact that you didn't play Pollard, really, of all people, like is the game changer. I don't know. It would have made a difference if we played Pittman, right? Pittman would have won the game over Hilton. So it's like,
nah, they wouldn't have won. It wouldn't make a difference.
No. Like Josh pointed out, your receivers were your weakest point this week, even though they carried you through the season. So at the time you needed them the most, they failed you.
I hate to agree with Josh for once in my life, but I do.
Right. I'm glad you got it off your chest, and I'm sure Gags is just laughing his ass off listening to it because he's in the Tonto Bowl and you're not. But whatever. There's always next year, and just gotta move on, turn the page.
That's right. And all you guys, have your fun. But guess what? Josh Allen, baby, so sexy, so sweet. The man gets better every year, and I got him in the 15th round this year.
That is
Look
amazing. Out. That is amazing. You're gonna have him in the 14th and the 13th round.
Yep, that's some Patrick Mahomes shit right there, Craig. How comfortably numb are you now?
And all you're gonna have to worry about is finding like a decent backup, like in the 9th or 10th round. That's all you need.
Dude, if Mahomes falls to the 3rd round or below, I got him. I don't give a shit.
Do you think he's gonna fall? There's no way he falls past the 2nd round. He probably won't make it out of the 1st round.
I don't know, man. Hey, well, that's up to you guys. All I'm saying is I'm telling you guys right now, if he falls below them, I'm taking him.
All right. Fair point.
Trade bait.
All right. My unfinished business is on behalf of Tree Sice, and I know that he is really hurting. He's really feeling the pain because, the guy put up over 200 points, and he still finds a way, to end up on the losing end of, the semifinal matchup. And I just want to say that he should hold his head up high. And the fact that he didn't play Logan Thomas, it might have been a small mistake. However, his team did enough to make it to the Tonto Bowl. But unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be this particular year. So Tree Sice, and you, I'm gonna kind of lump you into this unfinished business. You two both had the hardest weeks of this season because you both lost 2 semifinal matchups, and I'm not by any means trying to blow my own horn because I did beat Detling. That's a side point, but these guys had a chance to face off in both the Tonto Bowl and in our other league. They could have faced off in the championship matchup as well, but unfortunately they fell short in both leagues. So you're on top of the world, and then immediately you're at the bottom of the barrel. So my heart goes out to you, and just hold that chin up high, both of you. Tree Sice, you have an amazing season, and I really wish Derrick Henry could have brought you to the promised land, but it wasn't meant to be. I hope that you put up the same kind of effort you did this year going forward. So that's my unfinished business.
Couldn't agree with you more. That's why I think Tree Sice is actually front runner for manager of the year in my book.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agree. And I think there must have been a mention of it in Craig's recap. I didn't get to the end of his video, but I'm going to have to go back and listen, but I would probably put Tree Sice in top conversation of manager of the year, for sure.
Yeah. We'll have to revisit that next week, possibly.
Yes.
For the Demises.
Yeah. And one other quick side note for unfinished business is that I am actually, this is going to sound really odd, but I'm relieved that I did not make it to the semifinal matchup because I would have been embarrassed. The Steelers have fallen off a cliff, and since they have, so have I. And it would have been embarrassing to lose to Craig by 100 points.
Oh, is that what it would have been?
Oh, roughly 100 points.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. So even though I would have loved making it there, the fact that the Steelers fell off a cliff, probably better that it didn't.
Right. Avoid the embarrassment.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of embarrassments, who do we really think should get that Romo jersey?
Who should really get the Romo jersey?
Yeah.
I think it's Bigler.
I do too.
His team just crapped the bed, man. He got Mahomes. He did a storming, he stormed like a 6-game win streak or whatever it was, climbing. And then when he goes into his first round matchup, dude, he just died. He's Bigler is the Andy Dalton of our league. Believe it or not.
He's going to hate that comment.
First round. Huh?
He's going to hate that comment. I love it.
I mean, it is what it is until he proves me wrong. Andy Dalton still hasn't made it out of the first round playoffs, and right now Bigler hasn't in quite some time. And maybe it was 15 years. I'm not sure.
Well, Andy Dalton will never make it out of the first round. I have to believe that Disco's made it out of the first round.
It's been a while.
Yeah, but he has.
Yeah, well, his career is longer than Andy Dalton.
That's true. But although I'm defending Disco, I agree that he probably deserves the Romo jersey. I mean, I didn't get first place this year. I basically barely got into sixth place. So for that reason, I don't think that I deserve the Romo jersey. If I really did, I would take it. But I would say it's between you and Disco. And in this case, I'm going to give it to Disco.
Well, of course, I would agree with you there.
All right, let's move on to our next segment.
Okay.
This call is now being recorded.
Rolling down the street, smoking bando, sipping on gin and juice, laid back.
With my fab on my mind, and with my mind on my fab.
I think you totally got that backwards.
Did I?
Yeah, because you gotta have your mind on your fab. No. You gotta have your mind on your fab and your fab on your mind.
Oh, sorry. With my mind on my fab and my fab on my mind.
That is correct, sir. All right.
Awesome.
Now that we've butchered that for the 10th time, I know exactly. Now that we've butchered that almost every week except for one, let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. What kind of fab offers do we have this week?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Brian, because there was exactly one. And that offer was for one player named Salvin Ahmed. And it was $16 by Yinzer Jags. That's all he had left. And Gags, $18, and that's all he had left. So he won because he had $2 more left than Detling, me, Yinzer Jags. And so we will see what happens with that player. And I guess I just have $16 to not do anything with. Maybe I could roll over to next year.
Rollover. No, there are no rollovers.
Wow, we got all kinds of stupid other rules.
Yeah, that's true, actually. We do have a lot of other stupid rules. Like, putting that one in there would actually make sense.
Yep.
I veto it until it's passed. All right. I'll give Gags the best pick of the week.
I will too. I got the second best one with Larry Fitzgerald.
For $0, right?
That's right. For $0. And the fact that if he does retire this year, he will retire a Yinzer Gag.
All right, and I see that Tree Slice picked up Tua, and I don't know if he's going to play him against you or not, but we'll find out.
He might. Who knows? He's got crazy in his eyes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you both are like, scored lovers. Like, you just want to, like, salvage something from this league, maybe like a free entry to next year, but, nobody's going to be really watching except for you two.
That's exactly what it is, too.
Yeah. And I see, did you pick up AJ Dillon just to, like, mock Gags and Ed?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
For your moment of zen?
Yep. AJ Dillon, still the best.
That's pretty funny.
Might be a keeper next year when Aaron Jones doesn't sign with the
Yeah,
Packers.
right. Yeah, right. You will not keep him, just like you didn't keep Austin Hooper. I mean, I know you traded him, but whatever.
If Aaron Jones doesn't play for the Packers and AJ Dillon's the starting running back for the Packers, clearly he's a high-level trade piece.
Yeah.
At a 15th round keeper? Come on,
Did you draft him?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
I knew you drafted him, and I just didn't know where.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it might have been I don't know what round it was. All I know is it was a puff draft.
Puff draft. That's good. You should coin that.
I already have it. I already have it trademarked. I have T-shirts next year for you if you want it.
Puff draft.
They're going to be either sold out of a Gag's garage or the back of a trunk, probably in the Wimber Hotel parking lot, because Craig doesn't have any originality with his drafts when he wins.
Yep. So we'll probably be outside.
97-degree heat.
Yep.
Meanwhile, why can't we just have it at his apartment where he has 2 bedrooms, a living room, kitchen? Clearly, there's enough room for all of us.
Yeah, that would be okay too. And I'm sure it's a lot cooler than outside in the blazing hot sun.
Yeah, and when we don't have to pay like $30 extra on top of that, as far as like meals, tips, drinks, and all that stuff goes.
Right. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're not crowning any Tonto Bowl champion yet.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the matchups.
Let's do this!
This call is now being recorded.
All right, guys, let's get into these matchups, these crazy Week 16 matchups. We've got the championship. We've got the battle for third place. 3 is the loneliest number, is what I always heard in the School of Rock. Am I right, Brian?
You're correct, Edwin.
Thank you very much. That's all I need to know. All right, so not to be outdone by the championship, we have the third place game where it's Yinzer Jags coming in at 9-4, who was in second place, versus Possum Magic coming in at 7-6 in fifth place. Both of us suffered unruly demises in the last week. But enough about us, because it's not about us. So let's move right into the starting lineup. Brian, starting for the Yinzer Jags, we have Kyler Murray.
Going up against Tree Slice's boy, Ryan Tannehill.
Is it because his name's Ryan? I don't know. I'm taking Kyler Murray.
I'm actually going Tannehill just because they're playing against Green Bay. I think that's going to be a shootout. Not a shootout, but it's going to be a higher scoring game. So therefore, and because San Francisco doesn't really have a starting quarterback, they're like down to their third stringer. So Tannehill's going to put up more points.
That's true. I didn't even think about it. Thanks for the wonderful insight, Brian. I'm at the second question. Who knows? Next, moving on.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay, for the wide receivers for Yinzer Jags, we've got Devontae Adams, Adam Thielen, and Amari Cooper.
You're still starting at Cooper?
At this point, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, right. Going up against your boy, Tyler, slap me in the face Lockett. Terry McLaurin, sorry. And Stephon Diggs. I'm going Tree Slice.
Let's see here. I'm going with me. I think Devontae Adams is going to have a comeback game like for the ages. He's going to bring back the redemption song and all in one and hopefully help me to a victory. All right.
And that very well could happen.
Yes, it could. Moving on. Austin Eckler and Lynn Bowden Jr. That's right, the wide receiver running back combo.
All right, going up against Derek. I was made for the playoffs, not for third place, but for the championship. Henry and Melvin Gordon. I wish I would have played him last week, not this week. Gordon.
Oh, man.
Sorry, True
Yes.
Face.
Well, I got to go with the Derrick Henry freight train. Yeah. I don't even need Melvin Gordon. It's all about Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Right. What a beast, right? Versus Green Bay, a terrible running game. Or running defense today. All right, tight end. Robert Tonyan for the Green Bay Packers is playing for the injured guy.
Going up against Logan Thomas. I'm sure it's painful to put him in that starting lineup.
Oh yeah, trying to it's like a, what do you call it in dice, or the saying in dice, see a yo, bet a yo, and that means if the dice land on an 11, that's called a yo, because you got to say yo 11 yo, and if you see it, you got to bet it again. If you see it, you bet it because it's likely to repeat itself, and that's what Tree Sites is trying to think about with Logan Thomas. See a Logan, bet a Logan. Well, you're wrong, Tree Sites. Robert Tonyan's going to do better than you versus Tennessee.
Yeah, I'll take Tonyan.
All right. No argument. All right, in the flex appeal, currently we have Tony Pollard. Same thing I was trying. Maybe I'm doing the same thing with Logan Thomas. See a yo, bet a yo. See a Pollard, bet a Pollard. Play him. Versus.
All right, going up against Marvin Jones Jr. He's been red hot lately. I'm going Marvin Jones.
I'm going to go Marvin Jones, too, because indeed every day is not a gala day, and apparently it's one for the Joneses.
Yes.
All right, moving on, kickers. Rodrigo Blankenship for the last time. Respect the specs. I'm going. How many times did you say, Brian? It's Rodrigo. Don't even shut your mouth. Don't even announce the other guy.
Starbucks. I'm gonna go Rodrigo as well. He's not a keeper for you?
Oh, I wish I could. I really, really, really wish I could. So close to having to buy our Blankenship jersey.
That's funny.
All right, moving on. Defense, we've got the Baltimore Ravens versus the New York Giants.
Going up against Dallas for the third time in a row, this time against Philly. I'm actually going to take Baltimore in this scenario just because Jalen Hurts looks like he's doing pretty well, so I'm going to take the Giants.
Dude, I couldn't agree with you more, Jeff. The Baltimore Ravens is who I'm taking because Jalen Hurts apparently is the real deal right now. I mean, Carson Wentz was like that as well, but Carson Wentz is broke. Something wrong with them. I mean, it doesn't help that the Eagles have a really, really terrible offensive line, but Jalen Hurts is making it work. So, in Dallas is not that great of a defense at all, so I do expect Baltimore to have better luck. All right.
All right, Jelly, who's taking overall?
Taking myself for the win. I'm trying to get that third place money, trying to get my little come up.
Now, is that just wishful thinking?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm taking True Slice. Just because I took Tannehill, I took his receivers, I took his running backs, I took his flex. So because of that, I am taking Tree Place.
All right. Well, you're all welcome to your opinions. I respect Tree. I hope it's a great matchup, but I hope I win. And third place is not something that we are proud of, but we will still take it.
All right.
This call is now being recorded.
And now, the matchup of the week. The only one that matters, the Tonto Bowl. Tonto Bowl 18. We have the Springfield Isotopes going up against From Gags to Riches. Springfield Isotopes is making their 6th appearance in the Tonto Bowl, and they are currently 5-0. And From Gags to Riches, he is a 3-time champion. I'm not sure off the top of my head if he's ever had a loss. I think he has. Oh, yeah, I know he has.
Yes,
One to
versus
Delhi.
Delhi.
So as far as I know, he's at least 3-1 in his Tonto Bulls. He's going for his 4th one, and he's trying to kind of leapfrog to his own table. So let's get down into it. This is going to be a great matchup. From Gags to Riches, he has Deshaun Watson playing for quarterback. He has put Trubisky back to the bench like he should have last week.
And for the Springfield Isotopes, who I just want to stop the press on, I want to say his avatar is Little Mac versus Bull, or whatever the guy's name is.
Yes.
And I got to say, it's a perfect representation because if you look at Craig when he stands next to Gags, he looks like an older version of out of shape Little Mac versus this Bull guy that I can't remember his name, which when you do punch Gags in the stomach, he makes that exact same face and he jumps away and runs like a little girl and a little pussy. As I still say he's a little pussy. But let's go moving on here. I don't even care about his avatar. Starting as quarterback for Craig Kubistic, the undisputed MVP of the league, not the Tonto's Demise League, the NFL, Old Man Winter, doesn't care. You don't want to draft him a wide receiver in the first round. You draft his replacement. Tell you what, you think he's done? No. Aaron Rodgers comes out, shoves a middle finger in the face of the Green Bay personnel office and says, fuck you. I don't need shit from you. I'll do it myself. I got everybody. I got Devontae Adams. That's all I need. Rodgers.
That was the longest intro for any player ever.
Sorry.
For those
I got
people
worked
who
up.
are
I
keeping
feel
score.
Aaron Rodgers gets a raw deal and he's not respected enough in the league.
All right, that's fair. All right.
I'm picking Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I will as well. Yeah, I think he's going to have to keep pace with Tennessee, so Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, all right. Moving down to wide receiver 1, we have Tyreek. I'm no longer suspended or anything of that BS Hill, and I'm about to go off against Atlanta because they are like the worst pass defense ever. Going up against DeAndre. I catch everything thrown to me. I'm also called Nuke because I will explode all over your face or the football field, whichever one you choose. Hopkins. And I'm going against the weak San Francisco defense. So look out, world. Here comes the Nuke. You're going to get blown up, Gag. Yeah, and that's the guy who might have single-handedly brought him to the Tonto Bowl just because he started off so slow and came back so strong at the end. All right, Going to wide receiver 2, we have Michael.
Wait, who did you pick? Did you pick Hill or Hopkins? Who did you pick?
Yeah, I'm taking Hopkins.
Oh, okay.
No, you know what?
Sorry,
No. Scratch that. I'm taking Hill.
Okay, go back to your one. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. All right. Going back to my wide receiver 2, I am Michael getting the most targets. Evans playing against Detroit. I'm going to blow up this week, Evans.
All right. In the wide receiver 2 for Springfield Isotopes, coming in, weighing probably like $150 wet with cold water cologne on, Deontay, somewhat still the worst hands in the East, Johnson for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I hate to say it, but I'm actually going to go Deontay Johnson. He finally remembered how to catch a football. And I think they're going to have to throw a ton against Indianapolis, so I'm going Johnson.
Really? Interesting. I'm going Mike Evans. I think Deontay Johnson versus Indy. I think it's going to be a running back matchup for Indianapolis. I think they're going to try to kill the clock. And I think Mike Evans versus Detroit. They don't got cornerbacks. They suck. I mean, I think this is the long ball, baby. This is the end zone. This is the danger zone, man. This is Mike Evans' territory. This is his game. I think this is the big game Mike Evans has waited for all year.
All right. That's a great analysis. All right. Wide receiver 3. We have for Gags to Riches, oh come, Emmanuel Sanders.
I like that one. Pretty good. All right, for the wide receiver, Springfield Isotopes, we've got none other than the up-and-comer, the stunner, the black, red, white comer, Calvin Ridley, the Julio Jones in the making.
Black, red, and white cover. That's good. I'm going to give that to Ridley.
I'm going Ridley as well versus KC, man.
All right. Running back 1 from Gags to Riches, we have David. I came out of left field just in time for the playoffs to blow up the Hillbillies, to blow up Detling, and to eventually possibly take down the Isotopes Montgomery.
Oh, I am looking at this matchup and I am tasting it, Brian. I am tasting this matchup. This is moist. This is moist like a cake. Alvin Kamara, who cares? It's going against the Minnesota Vikings, the very team that last week David Montgomery ran all over to defeat Detling. Now this is the chance for Kamara to exact some sort of weird revenge on Craig's side for Detling. Kamara versus Minnesota, if Montgomery can get 33 points, Kamara's got to get like 45 easily. I'm blowing up here, man. Kamara for the win, big time.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel where you're coming from with Breeze being back, back on the saddle. But I'm just not going to go against Montgomery. It feels like he's the hot hand. Jacksonville doesn't have a whole lot in terms of rushing defense, so I'm going Montgomery.
All right, we'll see how it works.
All right, in the running back position, the RB2, the newly acquired Salvon Ahmed. And I got nothing else.
I was going to say, try it. Go for it. All right. Over for Springfield Isotopes, we've got Aaron Pac-Man Jones. This man can run all day. He can catch the ball. He doesn't care. He's a stud. People have been doubting him for years. I'm one of them. Craig has adopted this guy like the son he never had on his team. I'm going to go Aaron Jones. This guy's going to run all over Tennessee.
I mean, I kind of hope you're wrong, but I can't go against you. So I'm going to say Aaron Jones for the...
Is that because you have him in that championship game, Brian, in the other league? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm glad you brought that up, and yes, that's part of the reason.
Okay.
All right, Dylan, for the tight end position, I have none other than the only tight end that truly matters, the man who probably will lead all catching position players the entire season. That's your boy, Travis Kelce, the guy you had last year, traded him to me. Now he's back with the Gags, and he is really, really afraid of losing him, and I see why.
Don't remind me about it, Brian. Terrible, just terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. Then over on Craig's team, we have Noah Fant, and that's all I got because he's going against Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Travis Kelce for the complete domination. All right, let's move down to our next position in the flex. I hate introducing this guy because I've done it for 2 weeks in a row. Cool, baby. Get a haircut. I don't care. You put up 20 points against Detling, but he still got 50-point advantage on you. You somehow made it to the Tonto Bowl. It pisses me off.
All right. Greg's side, we've got Naheem what have you done for me lately, Hines? And then what I can tell you is not much.
But
I'm going Cole Beasley.
Going back. I'm gonna go. He still keeps going back to that well and hopes that somehow it just gets, reignited. So yeah, I'm gonna be
feels so
good. Yep. All right, and going for kickers, we got Justin. I don't give a fucker Tucker.
And on the Springfield Exorcist, we've got Kyler kick his ass Seabass for Buffalo. You gotta go Tucker.
Gotta go Tucker. And for defense, we've got Arizona out in the desert going up against, who is it? What's his name? Who's the quarterback going for San Fran this week?
CJ beat it hard.
That's right. That's right. So I do believe that Arizona is going to beat them hard and going to put up a lot of points.
And okay, well, on the other side, we've got a Buffalo playing against the newly ousted New England Patriots. What do they have to play for? Are they going to start Cam Newton? Or are they going to start Jarrett Stidham and see what they got? Who knows what Belichick's going to do? This is like Belichick looking in the mirror of Belichick. Craig is playing
that's
Buffalo
crazy.
versus Belichick. Yeah. So who will win? Will it be the fantasy Belichick or the real Belichick? Who's always
yeah.
Craig and Belichick Craig's a little bit more proficient in social media. He doesn't have the face chat or the snap book, He knows what they are. But I think Buffalo probably could kick New England's butt. This is a revenge game, and I know it was a close score last time, so it could be a point fest depending on who plays. And this means also that a lot of the game will go down. This matchup will go down to Monday night once again. The kicker of Buffalo, the defense of Buffalo, and Cole Beasley as well. And surprisingly, how long has it been since we've had like a championship game where there was not a New England Patriot involved?
That's a really interesting point. And it's going to go down to Monday night, like you said. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. 3 Buffalo players on a Monday night.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Arizona D. I just think that, Beat It Hard is not going to do very well playing in Arizona on basically on a short week because they're playing on Saturday. So I think Arizona's going to eat them up, and I think they're going to win that particular matchup.
All right. I think I'm going to take the Arizona matchup as well. I think for the exact same reasons you are. I would like to take Buffalo, but I know they made Steelers look real bad, but Patriots just rarely look bad where they throw. As far as offense goes, they don't. I don't know how many times they're throwing like a top pick 6 or anything like that, but they seem to kill the clock and run the ball really well and just basically rip your heart out of fantasy.
Yep. All right, well, who are you taking overall?
I think from everything, I think I'm taking Craig. I think Craig has quite a lot of good matchups, and his team has performed pretty well all year. He's got, a couple of speed bumps, like 140 points and all that stuff, but I think right now he's got some tasty matchups, and like I said, that Kamara versus Minnesota, man, that just jumps out at me. If you were like a betting man, if you had to go to a sports book, I feel like this is something where it's the DraftKings when they're like, bet 100 if Kansas City is like a 60-point underdog or something like that, or they have to score 60 points, or you lose, or you win. If they don't score 60 points, you win. Like DraftKings, they do crazy bets. I feel like this Kamara one is like a crazy bet. Like I think it's like a lock.
Okay. I am actually going to disagree with you because for the same reason, I think the Kelsey and Hill combined against Atlanta are a lock. I mean, they are going to put up some crazy numbers. Atlanta has a very, very poor pass defense, and I think between the two of them, they're easily going to score, 50, 60 points. So for that reason, and the fact that Arizona is going to beat it hard, I'm giving it to Gags.
All right, so the podcasters are torn.
They are.
Who they think is going to win. As far as who they want to win, we might be agreeing, we might not be. We might want to travel across the state. We might want to only travel 1.5 hours to Windber. Who knows?
Well, since we're talking about it right now, I mean, I do not enjoy driving across the state. Although Josh was a great driver, we had some great conversations, we had a great trip. I don't want to drive across the state. Having said that, I still am behind Gags because I would like to see Craig get his first Tonto Bull loss.
I admit that would be nice. It would be nice to see Craig get his first loss, that chink in the armor, get some doubt. And I don't like to drive across the state either. And I'm not going to drive all the way on Saturday night and hang out there and sleep in this backyard with a tent. It's just not me. That's just not my idea of camping.
I would totally do that. That would be a blast. I will be in his backyard in a tent, having a great time. It's going to be beautiful. Me, Bigler, probably Jut, hopefully. I mean, the guys who didn't make it to the draft last year. We're going to have an amazing time. Plus, I forgot to bring this up in Unfinished Business. I owe Bigler a 6-pack of beer, so whatever he wants, hopefully I get one out of it. And it's going to be great, Josh.
That's funny. Oh, man, I forgot about that. And, after Tyler Lockett has a monster game, probably at my expense, I'll be able to slap you in the face.
Oh, don't count on it.
Probably not. I mean, I'm going to make it to the championship by 3 points, and I'm going to get slapped in the face. This truly has been a monumental failure of a season.
Yes. However, I may offer to Bigler, if he wants to slap you in the face in exchange for the 6-pack.
No. That was not part of the bet. You can't. If you're going to do that, I'm going to say, everybody, you owe me money, but I'm going to make it like where Bigler has to pay the money or something like that. So you don't do that. That's not part of the bet. That's That's just like you and Jay splitting the whatever it is.
Yes.
And if you can't look at me in the face and slap me, you're less of a man than I thought you were.
I look forward to it. I hope that I do it in Gag's backyard. That's my goal because he does make better salmon than, Costco. That is without a doubt. So if you want to bring your Costco salmon to Gags, I'll put it side by side. We'll do a blind taste test, and I'll prove to you that Gags can make a better salmon than Costco.
Okay. Oh, man.
All right, you got anything else to say for a wrap-up?
Wrapping up here, final thoughts. It's been a wonderful year. Once again, it's gone too fast. It's week 16. Our 18th year in the books. Our league is old enough. It's graduating high school. It's going to college.
Wow.
It's going to get stupid. Something's going to happen. Our league's going to do something stupid. I can feel it. It's either going to drop out of college.
Yeah. Ed is going to knock it up.
Ed's going to knock it up. That's right. Yep. Something like that. Something crazy. But yeah, cheers to the league. Cheers to everybody that played this year. Cheers to the arguments, the stupid trades, the life conversations, bringing each other together in ways that without the league, we would not be brought together. Also, it's Christmas. It will be Christmas in a couple of days here, Christmas Eve.
Yes.
So happy holidays or Christmas to whoever you guys prefer, to all your families. May your nights be merry and bright. Maybe one of your teams win the championship Monday night. Hey-o!
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's beautiful.
And my other one was, if we would have actually done the podcast on Thursday, it would have been, here, she would have, right off my head, it's It's Christmas Eve in Brian's hood. Tonto's demise up to no good.
That's funny. You're actually working on it.
I was. There was another one. I forget what it was. It was gonna be hilarious. Terrible rapping, but it was funny.
Well, yeah, still been hilarious. Yeah, I'm going to echo some of his sentiments. We are, yes, going into, in about 30 minutes, we're in Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I will say I did not believe that we would get to the end of the season with as few hiccups as we had. We had, there were probably 4 or 5 hiccups along the way. I just thought there were going to be more, and I'm glad that it wasn't. But at the same time, I'm with Crick, shut down the league. I'm hoping for a COVID meteor this last week, so this entire season is completely null and void, and we'll just move on to next season. But I'll say this, great season to everyone. I hope that next year is nothing like this one. I don't think that the COVID or the injuries really change the projection of too much, but I really hope that next year we just have a smoother season, a smoother year. People can go to concerts and movies and festivals and whatever they want to, and that's my wish.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, Dellinger, are you ready?
Sure, Brian, I'm always ready.
Yeah, all right. Terrible. And we are out. Tonto's Demise, 18th season in the books.